Hello everyone. In this video today we are going to discuss ratio analysis using MS Excel. Since your paper is titled Computer Applications in Business and the business needs to maintain accounts, needs to maintain the balance sheet, profit and loss account and the other financial statements, and they also need to compute the accounting ratios. I assume that you all know the final accounts and how to compute the various ratios. The formulas you already know. Here we are looking at how we can use the Excel in this mathematical computation of ratios. Though a company can use specialized application softwares like Tally, where all these ratios will be automatically calculated. You enter the journal entries, the balance sheet, profit and loss account automatically gets created, the ratios also get automatically created. But here in today's class we are looking at how we can use this MS Excel, this generalized application software, MS Office, in order to compute the ratios. So here there are no built-in functions or formulas for ratios. We are going to calculate it ourselves by using cell referencing. So this is just a computational tool, the MS Excel spreadsheet, and we'll see how we can use the cell references to compute this. It's very simple and it's there in your syllabus, so you might be asked a simple question to calculate some ratios. So let's see. You are given, say, the balance sheet of a company and also the trading and profit and loss account. Suppose you are given the complete trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet, and you are required to compute the certain ratios like current ratio, quick ratio, debt equity ratio, gross profit ratio, net profit ratio, return on capital employed, working capital turnover ratio. These are some of the ratios you are required to compute in this particular question. So this is the balance sheet, totals, everything is given. Now we would just reproduce it in another sheet when you will be doing your question. So you will type in these figures, जो भी आपको assets, liabilities, expenses and incomes, जो भी items दे रखी हैं, we'll just type those values. And now suppose here I want to create a balance sheet. Instead of copying the total amount from there, I will calculate the total myself. So total of liability side, total of asset side. For that I can use the formula, the sum function, equal to sum, and I need to specify the range. So I'll select all these liabilities, enter 2,20,000, and here again I'll calculate the sum of all these, enter. So 2,20,000 हमारी टोटल बैलेंस शीट टैली हो गई है. सिमिलरली हम ट्रेडिंग एंड प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में सेल्स, क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, ओपनिंग स्टॉक, परचेजेस, वेजेस, ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट हमने कॉपी नहीं किया है. वी कैन कैलकुलेट इट आवरसेल्फ. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं दोनों साइड का सम कर देती हूँ. सम ऑफ all these including the gross profit also, जो कि अभी blank है. So as to know whether we are receiving a gross profit or a gross loss. So अभी मैंने दोनों साइड का sum total करके let's check which one is higher. So 5,98,500 and 3,98,500. So that means यहाँ पर gross profit की figure missing है, and that I will calculate equal to this total minus opening stock minus purchases minus wages. So this will give me the balancing figure. The total of this side, that is sales plus closing stock minus opening stock minus purchases minus wages, will give me gross profit, and the answer is 2 lakh. Now I will copy this 2 lakh. I will carry forward this 2 lakh here, but I will not copy the formula as it is. Otherwise वो सेल रेफरेंसिंग से कुछ और ही फिगर यहाँ पे कॉपी करेगा. आई जस्ट नीड टू कॉपी द वैल्यू 2 लाख हेयर. सो मैंने कॉपी किया एंड मैंने पेस्ट ऑप्शंस में पेस्ट वैल्यूज़ किया सो दैट ओनली द अमाउंट 2 लाख गेट्स कॉपीड. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कैरी फॉरवर्ड कर दिया हमने. नाउ वी नीड टू फाइंड आउट द नेट प्रॉफिट या नेट लॉस. सो अगेन डूइंग द सिमिलर थिंग, हम यहाँ पर सम फंक्शन लगा देते हैं. And again equal to sum total of all these including the net profit जो भी blank है. Enter. So ये side short है, that means net profit will be the balancing figure and that will be equal to bracket open कर सकते हैं हम, this figure minus, यहाँ से ब्रैकेट हटा देते हैं, द टोटल माइनस, हम यहाँ पर सम फंक्शन भी यूज कर सकते हैं. सम ऑफ ऑल दीज. सो 84,000 का नेट प्रॉफिट आया है एंड आफ्टर एडिंग दिस नेट प्रॉफिट टोटल जो है साइड अब 2,06,000 बोथ साइड्स टैली हो गई हैं. सो हमने अपनी बैलेंस शीट कॉपी ज़रूर की है बट हमने यहाँ से फॉर्मूलाज लगा के वेरीफाई भी कर लिया दैट ऑल द फिगर्स आर करेक्ट. लेट्स चेक इट. 2,20,000, 2,06,000 एंड 2 लाख का ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. नाउ so our balance sheet and trading and profit and loss account are there in the Excel sheet. Now we need to calculate, we were given to calculate all these ratios and we are supposed to know the formulas to calculate these ratios and I have written here the formula. We want to calculate current ratio. So current ratio is equal to current assets divided by current liabilities. Now, what are current assets and current liabilities in our, as per our balance sheet? Stock, debtors, cash and prepaid expenses. These are all current assets. I can do one thing. Either I can calculate current assets here by writing this current assets if it is already not given as per your balance sheet. अगर उन्होंने कैलकुलेट नहीं किया हुआ तो हम कर देते हैं यहाँ पर current assets and I can apply a formula here equal to sum of what all numbers of stock, debtors, cash and prepaid expenses. So sum of all these and enter. So this is current assets. मेरे को यहाँ पर इसका सम फंक्शन चेंज करना पड़ेगा. आई डू नॉट वॉन्ट हेयर. अब मेरे को सम फंक्शन कैसे करना होगा? ओनली these two cells because otherwise it will be a repetition. Either these two or sum of this comma all these. Like this. So हम अपनी बैलेंस शीट के अंदर भी करंट एसेट्स एज अ हेडिंग एंड देन इट इज़ करंट एसेट इज़ द सम ऑफ ऑल दीज. ऐसे ही यहाँ पर करंट लाइबिलिटीज कर सकते हैं. और व्हाट वी कैन डू, वी कैन मेक वर्किंग नोट्स हेयर. हम यहाँ पर अपनी वर्किंग्स कर लेते हैं. करंट रेशियो के लिए वी नीड करंट एसेट्स and we need to compute current लाइबिलिटीज़। तो हम अगर अपनी बैलेंस शीट में भी नहीं करें कोई एडजस्टमेंट, हम डायरेक्टली यहाँ पर कंप्यूट कर सकते हैं। इट इज़ इक्वल टू सम ऑफ स्टॉक प्लस डेटर्स प्लस कैश प्लस प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस, एंटर। सो बेटर वील डू इट हेयर ओनली। करंट एसेट्स आ गए हमारे 8 लाख। सिमिलरली करंट लाइबिलिटीज is equal to the sum total of what all? We are given creditors and rent outstanding. So creditors and rent outstanding हमने इन दोनों का सम कर दिया, enter. So 3 lakh is the amount of current liabilities. Now how will we compute the current ratio? See, current ratio is equal to current assets divided by current liabilities. Here we have current assets and here we have current liabilities. So हम डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला में इसका रेफरेंस दे देंगे. इट इज इक्वल टू करंट एसेट्स डिवाइडेड बाय करंट liabilities. Enter. So your current ratio is 2.67. This is how we can compute the ratio using MS Excel. तो Excel बेसिकली आपका कैलकुलेशन टूल ही है. यहाँ पर जो भी आपकी मैथमेटिकल कैलकुलेशंस हैं, प्लस माइनस डिविजन एट्सेट्रा, you can do it easily through cell referencing. Now next ratio we want to compute is quick ratio. Quick ratio is equal to quick assets divided by current liabilities. If you remember, quick assets are current assets other than stock and prepaid expenses. So we do not include stock and prepaid expenses in current assets. So जो ज़्यादा क्विक होते हैं, ज़्यादा लिक्विड होते हैं, उन्हें हम क्विक एसेट्स कहते हैं. Either I can compute quick assets here in the workings, or I can directly compute it here and divide it by current liabilities. तो हम चलिए वर्किंग्स में कर लेते हैं. क्विक एसेट्स इज इक्वल टू करंट एसेट्स माइनस prepaid expenses minus stock. Right? Current assets minus prepaid expenses minus stock. Enter. So 3 लाख के आपके क्विक एसेट्स आ गए. ऑल्टरनेटिवली आप जो आपके क्विक एसेट्स हैं सिर्फ उन्हीं को ऐड कर सकते थे, लाइक डेटर्स एंड कैश. इन दोनों को आप ऐड करते तो भी आपके क्विक एसेट्स आ जाते. अदरवाइज हमने करंट एसेट्स माइनस स्टॉक माइनस प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस किया तो भी हमारे क्विक एसेट्स आ गए. वंस वी गेट दीज क्विक एसेट्स, नाउ वी कैन अप्लाई द फॉर्मूला क्विक एसेट्स डिवाइड बाय करंट लाइबिलिटीज. तो यहाँ पे हमें फॉर्मूला लगा के कैलकुलेट करना है. तो इक्वल टू क्विक एसेट्स डिवाइड बाय करंट लाइबिलिटीज. एंटर. So your quick ratio is coming out to be 1. Similarly, you can compute all the ratios. Let's do it. Debt equity ratio. Debt equity ratio is debt, long term, all the debt divided by your capital employed. So in your balance sheet, let's look at the debt. ये सब आपका कैपिटल हो गया. डेट में सिर्फ 6% डिबेंचर्स है, बाकी क्रेडिटर्स एंड रेंट आउटस्टैंडिंग आर योर करंट लाइबिलिटीज. सो डेट में हम डायरेक्टली यहाँ से ले लेंगे. नाउ अबाउट द कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड. कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड में वी हैव इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल, रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस, एंड ऑल्सो द प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. सो ये 3 चीज़ें ऐड होंगी आपकी कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड में. तो हम कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड को एज अ वर्किंग शो कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पर हम वर्किंग्स में कैपिटल एम्प्लॉयड एंड एक फॉर्मूला लगा देते हैं. इट इज इक्वल टू द सम टोटल ऑफ व्हाट ऑल इक्विटी शेयर्स, कॉमा रिजर्व एंड सरप्लस, कॉमा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट. and bracket close, enter. So capital employed is coming out to be 16 lakh rupees. Now I can use this here in the debt equity ratio computation. Debt, now it is equal to, formula always starts with equal to, तो हमने equal to लगाया, equal to debt divided by capital employed, enter. So your debt equity ratio is coming out to be 0.1875. You can analyze it, what is the perfect ratio, कितनी होनी चाहिए, and you can give your analysis कि ये कम है या ज़्यादा है. So we are not going into detail of that. Here we are just looking at the computation part. Now next is gross profit ratio, which is equal to gross profit divided by sales. So let's make use of the trading and profit and loss account now. Gross profit, we already have this figure of gross profit here, 2 lakh. We also have sales, so gross profit ratio is equal to, और आप relevant places से select कर लेंगे. Now it is equal to gross profit divided by sales. This is your gross profit, and then divide and sale. See, G6 divided by I3, gross profit divided by sales. If you want, you can multiply it by 100 as well to show it as a percentage. If not, it will be shown like this, 0.4, that is 40% is the gross profit ratio. Now similarly, net profit ratio, which is equal to net profit divided by sales. So it is equal to, we'll take net profit from here, net profit divided by the sales figure. And here we get G12 divided by I3. It is coming out to be 0.168. 0.168. That is 16.8% is your net profit ratio. Now the next ratio we were asked to compute was return on capital employed. Return on capital employed is your net profit divided by your capital employed. We have the net profit figure, we have the capital employed as our workings. So it is equal to, we'll give the reference, we'll take net profit from here and divided by capital employed. Answer is 5.25% is your return on capital employed, 0.0525. The last ratio which we were required was working capital turnover ratios. So working capital turnover ratios, net sales divided by average working capital. And what is working capital? Working capital is your current assets minus current liabilities. So if you want, आप इसको भी as a notes, working notes show कर सकते हैं. Working capital is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. तो हम यहीं पे compute कर लेते हैं, current assets minus current liabilities. So 5 lakh is your working capital. फॉर्मूला में लगाते हैं नेट सेल्स, देयर आर नो सेल्स रिटर्न, तो जो सेल्स है वही हमारी नेट सेल्स भी है. सो सेल्स हमने इक्वल टू नहीं लगाया है शायद अपने फॉर्मूला में. it is equal to what has happened. It is asking for a header. It is net sales divided by average working capital. So it is sales divided by your working कैपिटल. एंटर किया और आपकी वर्किंग कैपिटल टर्नओवर रेशियो आ रही है 1. So here is your net sales divided by average working capital, that is working capital turnover ratio. So we have computed all the ratios that we were required to compute in the given question. You could be asked, you could only be given an abstract or certain figures from the balance sheet on the trading and profit and loss account rather than the whole of the balance sheet and profit and loss account. So आपको कुछ कुछ figures दे दी, current assets, current liabilities, share capital, debt, and you are required to compute the current ratio, the debt equity ratio. So basically you just need to write down whatever information is given to you in the question. You type that in your Excel sheet, whatever figures are required, and then using the cell referencing and using the appropriate formula, you compute the required ratios. So this ratio analysis using MS Excel is very simple. You just need to remember assuming that you know your accounting ratios well, you can use this as a calculating tool. I hope it is clear to you. Thank you.